My friends. My friends. How's it going? I wanted to do something a little more spontaneous, a little different. Instead of making a video talking about these leaks for figures, I figured why not hop on a stream and talk to you guys as we go through these. So there are some new Dragon Ball figures that were leaked that I'll show here in a minute. And I want to talk about the incoming tariffs that are going to begin on August 29th. Because we had a period where these tariffs were, if your items were like less than $800, you weren't getting hit with tariffs. But now that's changing, so let's talk about it and what to expect and how people can go about that. And I'll even share about like what my plans are regarding all this tariff stuff. But let's begin. I don't know if anybody's out there. If you're in the chat, say what's up. Let me find. There we go. Dude, it's so... Why is it so dark, though? Hold on, chat. Hold on. This is why I'm not a professional streamer. It like has something to do with like my screen. Because I got like an OLED monitor. Alright, let's see if that helps. Okay, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Anyways. Yeah, let's talk about these new leaks. There are quite a few. They are all figures coming out in January, February, and March 2026. So let's just go through them. These were some that we saw the other day. The new Clear Eyes, Super Saiyan Goku, and Super Saiyan Vegeta, which I saw like some mixed reactions. I couldn't really tell if it was just some people who don't remember the original Clear Eyes of these, people who do, not remembering how good those Clear Eyes figures were. Like, those are... Goku, Gogeta, and Vegeta were the best and still are the best Clear Eyes figures. It was before they shrunk and the quality just kind of went down immediately. Do I think it's kind of lazy just to repaint blue? Or not really repaint. I mean, there is some repaint because they have shading. And instead of blue, they're doing yellow. But... is it lazy just to take the old figures and change the hair color? Yeah. But they are good figures. They came out years ago. And, you know, this is a look for Goku and Vegeta that we don't get very often. And having them in Super Saiyan form, which I saw so many people, like, they're like, Goku and Vegeta never went Super Saiyan in these outfits. I'm like, did you not watch Dragon Ball Super? They did this in the Universe 6 arc. So, yeah, I think the idea is very cool. I really don't have a problem with these. I think it's just fine. Do I think there will be a Grandista Vegeta? What form do I prefer and what pose? I do think there will be an eventual Grandista Vegeta. I think Bandai is going to do a ton of different characters and a ton of different forms for Grandista this time around. I don't think it's just going to be Saiyans. I think you will get Piccolo and other characters. I think they're just, you know, working their way up. They're getting, you know, blah, 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 whatever. They're getting all that out of the way. What's up, Sunhan? Tariffs, what's this about? You haven't heard? Well, there's if you live in the United States, there are some incoming tariffs. So that will begin on August 29th in 3 days. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, Clear Eyes, you know, I think these are cool. I have no problem with them. This one was another one we saw the other day, which I think is amazing, but finally we get to see what they look like in person. The Matchmakers Android 18 versus Mighty Mask, which is technically Android 18 versus Mr. Satan versus Mighty Mask, which even people in Japan were saying, what's up, Osiris? People in Japan were even saying, like, it's funny that they made a Mighty Mask figure before Goten and Trunks, which I also find very funny. But hey, maybe eventually they'll do Goten and Trunks now that it's on the brain. I think Mr. Satan just looks so good, dude. The expression and everything is hilarious. Clearly, he's going to be very small because they're just trying to replicate kind of like a scene that you can do. And he's just like a little mini bonus. But that's just a really nice touch. This is a really cool set of figures that we're getting. Absolutely. What are my thoughts on Dragon Ball resin statues? They're not for me. I'm not a big fan. I think they're overpriced. They break too easy. And I don't really think most of them capture like the essence and the art style of the original manga and anime. Hey bro, I'm in Canada. Will this affect my figures? No. This is for United States. That Mighty Mask is a banger. 100%, dude. Super cool. These come out in January. Obviously, this has Team Ichigon, like, all over it. I think Team Ichigon is just starting to handle, like, a majority of Dragon Ball figures, because the more I see new figures come out, the more I'm like, this looks, like, really good, man. So, yeah. The next Grandista, it's, as we all predicted, almost, Grandista Gogeta 2 in January. We all figured it would be Blue Gogeta, but we thought he would be firing the Kamehameha that the Super Saiyan 1 is doing. But no, it's instead he's doing that move where he gets like the blue key balls in his hands, and he just starts rapid firing it at Broly, and Broly's like, "Wah!" Yeah. This is cool. It looks great. Grandista is just, I'm so glad it's back, man. You're getting Crane figure prices on Grandista, but for the quality of like almost Masterly's figures. So yeah, if you're not collecting Grandista, collect Grandista. The Matchmakers definitely look amazing. You want to get all of them they showed. I think the entire Matchmaker series is great. Like, I was looking back at some of the older ones, and even ones that I didn't like that much are still really good. Grandista Gogeta is a banger. Something about that hair sculpt is really nice. I agree, man. I'm really excited to get the Super Saiyan 1. Jump Ichiban just sent my package for like all of the July and most of the August figures. I'm still waiting on Grandista Super Saiyan Gogeta, though, so that'll be in like a package I get next month. What's up, Blog? Blog Caligua. Yeah, so Grandista Gogeta, January. All right, now we're getting into the really new stuff that we didn't see at all yet. And that starts with the history box Shenron, and he comes with Pilaf, which is kind of cool because they didn't give any indication that Pilaf would come along with this, so I think that's pretty awesome to see. I think this kind of looks better than the Dragon History Ichiban Kuji, which is really funny. I think History Box has really started to improve because Team Ichigon is working on it now, and it looks like there's more consistently decent figures. Now, there are some things about this, and keep in mind, these are all prototypes for them to just showcase the figure. These are not final production images. But, like, yeah, I can see, like, he's got a deviation here. I don't know what Pilaf's face looks like. I can see some, like, deviations on his horns. I can see one back here. So I'm sure there's going to be, like, some liberties taken to save on budget. But I still think the design looks a little better than the Ichiban Kuji. And I think it's fun seeing Pilaf instead of Oolong. So it's almost like you can get both. So... same size. Is it the same size? I don't think it's the same size. as the Ichiban Kuji. It'll be smaller. It'll be smaller. What's up, Luna? History box is not bad. Always a shame about the sizes. Yeah, I think some early history box figures are bad. Like, I think the Goodbye Goku doing the Super Spirit Bomb, bad. I even think the Bye-Bye before he teleports Cell looks kind of... It's not horrible, but it looks kind of janky. There's definitely some jank. Frieza is horrible. The history box Frieza is horrible. So yeah, there's some jank in history box, but it's gotten a lot better. So we'll see. If it's the same size as the history box, it's great. You mean the Ichiban Kuji? Yeah. I don't think it will be. This will be smaller. What's up, Raylo? Thank you. The Goodbye Goku from Cell Games was shit. Yeah, I don't like the way that looked. The Super Spirit Bomb Goku in base form was really good. And the Super Saiyan Goku when he fights Frieza is really good. And Varrook's Kid Goku is pretty good from History Box. There's a few, and a lot of them are getting better. Yeah, it was a cool concept, you know, like little mini dioramas. But it definitely had a rough start. I think Solid Edge Works started horribly, and now it's like pretty good. So I don't know. I think what a lot of these series started during a transitionary period for Bandai. So we saw like some weird changes, some weird leadership probably. And now that they have Team Ichigan working on so many different series of figures, it's improved a lot. Is Piccolo's Solid Edge the same height as the Resolution of Soldier line? No, I think Resolution of Soldier is smaller. Clear Eyes. So as we expected after we saw Goku and Vegeta, in March, the Clear Eyes Gogeta and Vegetos are indeed recycles of the original blues with the color swap. Again, I think these look a little weirder than Goku and Vegeta. I think it's just weird for me to look at them because I'm like, oh, they're supposed to be blue. Like that, my subconscious is like, oh, I can't differentiate. But I'm sure when I get them in person and over time, I'm going to really start to enjoy the change. The Gogeta is like the best Clear Eyes figure they ever did. So getting a different form for him and Vegito, who is also one of the best ones they made for Clear Eyes. Like these were bigger. They were like 8 inches tall. They were a pretty decent scale. The sculpts for these were pretty good too. So I like this. I have no problem with this, especially if you're a budget collector trying to save money. Like, I think it's great. Are we not getting Kujis anymore? What's the update on that? My dude, we have like Assemble Collection came out this month in August. We have Dragon Ball 40th Anniversary Part 1 coming out in October. We have Snap Collection coming out in 40th Anniversary Part 1 in September, Snap Collection 2 in October, and 40th Anniversary Part 2 in November or December. I think it's December. I might have gotten a couple of those months mixed up, but we have 3 Ichiban Kuji coming out this year. So, Adrian, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Are you talking about Masterlies? V stoked for the new GT figures coming out. I'm a sucker for anything SSJ4. Yeah, SSJ4 is the best thing to come out of GT. One of the only good things. This was their chance to do Clear Eyes Super Gogeta. Oh, you mean like DBZ, Luna? We need a long hair Future Trunks base form, preferably Masterlies. It's coming. Listen, if there's a... You meant Masterlies, Adrian? Yeah, Masterlies is still continuing. Relax. It is... Everyone in Japan knows it is the hottest, highest standard. Constantly people in Japan on Twitter, you know, like... I saw people comparing the new GX Materia Gohan to Masterlies, so it is in high regard. Masterlies is still getting figures. They just announced the new Naruto Masterlies set for January. I think they're just trying to add variety to Dragon Ball, so they're not oversaturating the market. Because I think what happened was for like 3 years straight, they did nothing but Masterlies for Dragon Ball and Ichiban Kuji. And some people, they prefer other styles of figures in Japan, especially. So they want stuff like Dragon History. They want stuff like Snap Collection. They want stuff like the 40th anniversary. And frankly, now, me as a collector, I like the variety too. It really is just nice to get all these different styles of figures for different characters and stuff. Because there are things in Masterlies you can't quite do. Like, Masterlies can't really do like what GX Materia does all the time. So, yeah, I have no problem with them adding variety, but Masterlies will continue. Dragon Ball is just adding variety, so it's not just gonna be Masterlies. Solid Edge Works Cell is bad, but you will say the Fat Boo they've made is your favorite so far. Yeah, the Fat Boo Solid Edge Works is fantastic, and the two first form Frieza and the second release of Final Form Frieza are really good too, and the Ginyu Force. Ginyu Force is awesome. And of course, the Varuk Trunks of him taking off his jacket. It's the best one. The Vegito definitely doesn't look right. I feel like probably should have done another pose. Yeah, it's something. It's like Gogeta looks fine, but it's something about seeing Vegito. Like, I don't know what it is. There's just something a little weird about it, right? All right. Let me catch up with chat, and then we'll move on. That Namek Vegeta's cancer to find for a good price, getting paid again, and wanting to collect the Omnibus Cross. Well, you might want to do that sooner rather than later, because we'll talk about the tariffs in a minute. Best Matchmakers. The best is Matchmakers in History Box for Crane figures? All right. In my opinion, I think the best Crane figure series, if I picked a top 3, it would be Grandista, #1. It's the best. There's no competition. GX Materia, and then Matchmakers. The 40th anniversary sets you think are really cool? I agree. I think they look great. The first one is like eh. Like the first one, the prize A and B, and then the last one prize are great. Those little mini ones, like whatever. 40th anniversary part 2 looks sick. Yeah, Bulma didn't get a figure. Dude, like, that's what I'm saying. Bulma's like the only main character in 40th Anniversary Part 2 that didn't get anything. So, it's kind of upsetting. I'm hyped getting Secondin. Why? Hopefully the new Pain Masterlies looks good. Yeah. I think he looks good. I think that Naruto set looks pretty cool. Finally, they're getting Sage Mode Naruto, which is amazing. Masterlies Killer B, yeah. Fuck Yaro, no Yaro. Second form Frieza and third you're getting next week finally. Masterlies? Hell yeah, dude. Those are amazing figures. I think it's because the pale colors of this Vegito figure go better with the pale blue. Super Vegito looks better when the gi is darker. Yeah, agreed. FES? You think FES is the best Crane series? Well, I think we're talking about like ongoing, like series that are still alive right now. I still think Grandista is the best. If we said like all time, it would probably be like Grandista, Master Stars Piece, and then S Cultures, probably. Thank you, Bilardo. I appreciate that. All right, let's move on. World Collectible Figures. Dude, I saw someone saying like World Collectible Figures. I think Baggy on Twitter was like, World Collectible Figures is canceled. Like, it just had 2 Daima. I just got the first Daima World Collectible Figure set. And I have the second one I'm eyeballing. So, like, whatever. This one comes out in March. It is focused on OG Dragon Ball. These are great. And I like how they made Goku's hairstyle closer to his original. If you guys don't realize, in the Pilaf arc of Dragon Ball, Goku's, like, hair is a little bit different. Like, he has, like, more bangs. He's got more spikes on the side. And then in the World Tournament, they changed his hair a little bit. But yeah, this is the coolest one. The freaking dinosaur that tries to kidnap and kill Bulma in the first episode. That's a great pick. That's super fun. Grandista definitely #1. Agreed. In Spain, you don't have leakers. They just got to go on Twitter, bro. Baggy is a good leak source, but got some weird opinions. I agree. I used to think Baggy was like a cancer in the hobby, but He's definitely lightened up a lot. He's lightened up a lot, and I think that's a great thing for him. He definitely has good info, but he's my biggest issue with Baggy is sometimes he'll say things as if they're fact with no credibility or evidence to suggest that. Like, he thinks like just because Whitebeard got a Grandista special edition before Goku did, that Goku is not getting a Grandista special edition. And I'm like, dog, like, how do you know that? You don't know that. And it's like so unlikely that they would skip any Dragon Ball figure for Grandista special. So, but I think Baggy is a good source of information. Yeah, Baggy used to be... I agree, Luna. It's about time the OG Dragon Ball got some figures. Yeah, dude, OG Dragon Ball has been getting a lot of representation. I guess here in the West, that might be disappointing because a lot of people in the West did not watch OG Dragon Ball, which sucks. But in Japan, OG Dragon Ball is huge. It is what people grew up with there. So it is humongous. OG Dragon Ball in Japan is like what Star Wars is to boomers here. You think the Blood of Saiyan series is good too, but the new Grandista is really the best? I like Blood of Saiyans. I just think like Blood of Saiyans is super inconsistent. Sometimes they'll release something that's pretty cool, and then like the next figure will be like UI Goku and he's this big. The Pterodactyl figure would go great with the PS4 Kakarot diorama. That's cool. That's a good idea. Just entered the stream. Is there a new Kuji here? No new Kuji. Where they leaked the January, February, and March Crane figures. OG Dragon Ball is your favorite, so you're cool with this? Hell yeah. Not Dragon Ball wise, but the Hunter x Hunter Grandistas are looking fire. The Hisoka was already goated, and Kudapika and Kahlua are bot bangers also. Cool. All right. Next. History box. Tao Pai Pai. Exactly what we thought it would be. And it looks great. It looks great. I love the little trees down here, bro. It looks really good. I think the only thing I don't love is like they put the speed lines as like its own little support for his pillar. They should have just put the pillar, like maybe put the bottom on the back of the trees, like it leans like up like that. But it looks great, man. I love Tao Pai Pai. He was the first villain that actually like beats Goku. So I really like this. This comes out in February. History box is getting better, man. I'm curious. I bet Joe made this. I 100% bet Joe made this. A Matchmaker set with future Gohan training early Trunks would be fire. Dude, it could happen. Option IA Traductor? Huh? Getting my new display cabinet next week. Just moved into a new house. 500 Dragon Ball figures. Let's go, bro. Tao Pai Pai is amazing. Agreed. Yeah, Patrick, that's like that's my next goal as a collector. I'm going to really hope, I'm going to slow down on buying figures, basically. And just really, all my money is going towards a house now. Because I'm just getting at max capacity back here. I barely have room for stuff. I'm having to install wall shelves in our apartment just to keep up, and my new display, I got a Maja case, and it's supposed to be here, I guess, by December. So hopefully that's going to help, but... Alright, Tao Pai Pai. Next! Solid Edge Works. Brody! I did not expect them to do Walking Forward Broly, but I do like it. I did expect it would be, blue hair Super Saiyan, and the other one would be Legendary Super Saiyan, which we'll look at in a second. But the first Solid Edge Works Broly in February is coming. This will definitely sell a lot. A lot of people will buy this. It's funny because Broly was like, they took a break on Broly for like 2 years, I feel like. And then like towards the beginning of this year, end of last year, they're like, we'll start sneaking some back in on the market. Original Broly is the best. I still like DBS Broly more, but, you know, OG Broly is badass. The first Broly movie is insane. It's so good. But yeah, I think this looks really good. His face looks really well done. This is 100% a Team Ichigon figure, though. You can just tell when you see, like, just a really clean sculpt like this with a good face, it's Team Ichigon. Y'all remember in Budokai 3 that this was just his, like, base form in the game? But yeah, looks great. Really happy. We only talk about the first Broly movie, the rest don't exist. I like the second one. I don't know why people have such a problem with the second one. I like it. I have no issues with that movie. I've got the Master Lee's one, but it has balance issues. Yeah, the Master Lee's Super Saiyan Broly's, it's a toss-up. Because, like, I remember my blue one didn't lean, but my yellow one leaned. And then when I sold those off and I rebought them when I got back into collecting. And now my blue one leans and my yellow one doesn't. Can't wait to see my full collection in December. I'll set up in that Giga Magic case. It's going to look insane. Dude, me too. I'm just going to make the video like I turned my office into a Dragon Ball museum or something like that. Family Kamehameha always gives goosebumps. Hell yeah, dude. It makes no sense, but it's cool. All right. I think this one people are particularly excited about. In February, Matchmakers, Jiren versus Ultra Instinct Goku. We are getting, as you can see, guys, we're getting DBS figures again. Like, we're getting more of them. I know some people had wished it was, you know, fully clothed Jiren versus UI Sign, but these are still great. Dude, look how good. Like, this is definitely an issue here, right? The deviation on Goku's hair. Hopefully they fix that. They did that with the Solid Edge Works. So hopefully that's a fix. That's coming. Jiren looks great. Jiren looks so good. Jiren! Oh, what are you doing? Wish I was able to get the old Kujis when they were out instead of being in high school. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, everyone's just like peak. Yeah. I remember like when the Tournament of Power was happening, everyone was like, Jiren is a boring character. Jiren sucks. I hate Jiren. And then like 2 years later, everyone's like, Jiren is awesome. He's cool. I like Jiren. My fiance loves Jiren. She thinks he's cute. But who is this? Who is this, bro? Are you putting spam in my chat? Oh, it's on Twitch, so I don't really care, if I'm being honest. Solid Edge Works has improved a lot. The SSJ4 Trio 2 Broly will be amazing. Yeah, and the UI Goku coming out this month looks cool. That came out this month looks cool. Gotenks is coming. He looks cool. So, Jiren is boring, but every super character needs figs. Agree. I don't think Jiren is boring, personally. I think he's cool. He's just stoic. People are like, oh, Jiren is strong for no reason. Makes no sense. I'm like, why was that? Piccolo was strong for no reason. Tao Pai Pai was strong for no reason. Frieza was strong for no reason. Like, it's not a good argument, in my opinion. I like Jiren. You like his design? I like Jiren's design, too. Yeah. All right. This one, I think, looks the best out of all of these that were announced. Finally, a new GX Materia Vegeta, and it's Big Bang Attack. Varuk is cooking. Varuk is cooking. Bro, he looks great. He looks so good. Mr. Peach is strong for no reason. No, I train. I train. I've actually gotten a lot stronger than I used to be. I didn't realize how much stronger I could get. But I need to get faster. That's my problem. I still think Jiren's boring, but my super shelf is lacking antagonists. Need Zamasu next? Yeah, they need to do some more, like, Zamasu, Fuzamasu, those guys. I mean, DBS doesn't really have, like, real antagonists. The only, like, real antagonist in DBS is Zamasu. And Frieza. More Dragon Ball Super and Matchmakers? Agreed. More Buu Saga, more DBS. Agreed. Big Kubang attack! This is your day one? Hell yeah, bro. Only things that bothers me is the eyeliner. IDK if anyone else is seeing it. Yeah, I saw somebody else say that on our Discord, and frankly, I mean, I think that was you, actually you, Osiris. I don't have a problem with it because a lot of Super Saiyan figures do this, and it's the reason they do it, I think, is to make the eyes pop a little bit more, which does line up with kind of like more modern Dragon Ball art. Yeah, it was you. Yeah. So I can see why some people are like, oh, it's too dark. I think it's fine. I don't think it's distracting at all. Plus, Vegeta was an evil bastard still during this time, so. You got to update us when you're training on 100 times gravity? I will. Yeah, this is GX Materia Vegeta 2. 2. Last one we got was 4 years ago. Yeah, I think this looks amazing. Really love the texturing on his armor, on his jumpsuit. Looks really good. I'm not going to use these little like spikes. Whenever GX Materia comes with shit like this, I just leave that in the box. Obviously the ball is on his hand, so I'll just leave it like that. But all right, this one I think is the big loser. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. I just think he looks goofy, man, and I think it's because I don't know if it's me. You know what it is? His arms are too short. His, like, shoulders are massive, and his arms are very short. Like, compared to, like, the Blood of Saiyans, where they made his arms as big as long as they are in the movie, they made his arms way too short. Like, it looks good, like, structurally. The face looks good. The quality of the sculpt looks good. But his proportions. Roblox Broly. They couldn't fit his whole frame in there. He looks like a toy. They're all toys. Yeah, his arm, it's his arms. Everything else is fine. If they made his arms like maybe down to here, he would have looked fine. I don't know what happened. I like the name Roblox Broly. That's a good one, especially because Roblox is very topical right now. Yeah, I think this one is, out of all the ones that we just got revealed, he's the loser. Now, he's not horrible. Like, it's just the proportions. But he's not horrible. They've done way worse. This is not the worst Solid Edge works they've done. Not even close. They're still the Vegeta, the original Vegeta, the original Goku, the original Trunks, the original Vegito. Those are bad. I have the Gokus. I recollected them. Bad. Yeah, they nailed the hair color. Yeah, the hair color is like that perfect blend of yellow and green. Am I reviewing everything announced? Yes. God willing. I don't know if this tariff stuff is going to affect my Jump Ichiban packages or not, but we'll see. If it does, then yeah, we'll see. All right. Oh, okay. The last two, Matchmakers, Frieza, and Goku. Um, this is our third Matchmakers, Frieza, and Goku. And when I first heard about it, I was like, that's kind of lame. We already got two of them. But now, I think everyone that in our Discord server at least was the most excited about these two because they're based off of a Shonen Jump magazine cover of Toriyama illustrating these two things. I thought I had one of them. I thought I had the Goku up on my wall, but I don't. The picture of it, but am I winning yet, Matt? Kind of. In certain ways. I feel like I'll be a true winner once I buy a house. This Frieza pod is probably your favorite that was announced. You're dedicating getting him. Yeah, see, everyone like loves this thing. People in Japan were saying stuff like this is Masterly's quality. I don't quite agree with that, but it's good. I think this is interesting, the support. Goku looks like he's just on a regular base. Oh no. Goku does not have a base. He's just on a regular foot support. Cool. Yeah, even everyone in chat is like, yeah, this is the best one. I still think the GX Materia Vegeta is my preferred, but no doubt these are awesome. The only thing with Goku is I hope they fix this, the seam line on his head. Yeah, I hope they fix that. Otherwise, they look really good. Really, really good. Yeah, Frieza and his pod as a Matchmakers is just so cool. Very creative. Like, Dragon Ball Crane figures have improved a lot. Do a majority of them, like 99% of them, not have shading? Yeah, but like, bro, shading isn't everything. It really isn't. Like, because there's shading on old S-Cultures figures that look like crap. So, like, I'm kind of over that whole argument where, like, it doesn't have shading, then it's trash. I'm like, all right, whatever, I don't care. I still like them. So, which Matchmakers would I say is the best that they ever released? I think the new Buu Saga ones. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Ultimate Gohan, and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks versus the 3 Majin Buus. I think those are the best ones. Like, when you get them together, it's freaking awesome. Sizes are all over the place, though. Yeah, because they're not really meant to scale like that. They're just supposed to be for, like making cool displays. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bunch of wall shelves for in my office, for some places out in the living room. And I'm going to try and make, like, kind of what I have with my Masterly's collection, where it's like, oh, it shows the sagas, but with, like, Matchmakers. Like, it'll start, like, OG Dragon Ball all the way to DBS or whatever with Matchmakers. And I'll do that with GX Materia and other stuff, so. Sculpt is king, then paint, and lastly shading. Yeah, I think that's a good way to go about it. How's the sculpt? How's the how's the face? How is the sculpt? How is the paint? Then how is the size? And then, like, scaling, or not scaling, shading. Shading is just like icing on the cake. That's it. Yeah. All right. While we look at these, I'll just leave this up. Let's talk about the tariffs. So, we had a period. Actually, let me refill my coffee and then we'll talk about the tariffs. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, tariffs. Now, I'm not here to debate whether tariffs are a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not here to debate whether Donald Trump is a good person or a bad person, or if he's a good president or a bad president. I'm not here to debate if tariffs are evil or don't help us or whatever. I think 99% of us in this chat are not qualified to talk about any of that, myself included. So we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what the tariffs are, what you can expect, and, you know, things that I'm doing leading up to it, because there's a lot of misinformation and uncertainty and all this stuff. Any thoughts on the new Naruto set? Naruto's face looks a bit bland. I think he looks great. Time to talk about all this winning. It's time to talk about, let's talk about the tariffs. How is it affecting Dragon Ball? So up until this period, reciprocal tariffs for items less than $800 in value, I guess, but like we didn't get hit with tariffs. So if you imported stuff like through Zen Market or Jump Ichiban or Bai out of Japan, and it was less than $800 in value, you didn't get hit with any tariffs. Starting August 29th, unless anything changes over the next 3 days, which probably won't, we will start getting hit with tariffs on everything imported over here from Japan. I believe from Japan. So what I've understood, and we can talk about this. If I'm wrong about this stuff, chat, and someone knows, more credible information, please let me know. What I've understood is that if you import stuff from Japan through USPS, the United States Postal Service, you're going to get hit with $80 per item in your box. So if you got a $10 or $20 crane figure out of Japan, there's going to be an additional $80 slapped on for you to accept that package per product. So if you got five crane figures for $50 total, you're going to get hit with $400 in tariff charges, because that's $80 per figure. What a lot of people are recommending through different vendors, like Zen Market put out a statement and everything. If you ship stuff out, you should probably use FedEx or UPS, because the USPS is a government subsidiary. It's government owned, government run. So that's why they have visibility and all that stuff. FedEx and UPS are private companies. They are not government owned. So as far as I know, so they will not hit you with $80 per item if you ship with FedEx or UPS. They are a little more expensive. Actually, that's not even true. UPS and FedEx are not more expensive than USPS. Frankly, I think they're a lot cheaper in my experience. And they're faster and more reliable. Anyways, you're not going to get hit with as much tariffs. Instead of $80 per item, if you ship with FedEx or UPS, what I understand is you're just going to get hit with a 15% tax. So if I bought something for $500, let me bust out my calculator because I don't want to do the math in my head. So if I bought something and my package was worth $500 and I bought it with FedEx, then I would get an additional $75 charged, which is way better than in my package. Yes, Dort Knight, this is America only. If you live in Europe and you import stuff out of Japan, you're fine. But if you live in the US and you want to import stuff out of Japan, use FedEx or UPS. You will get hit with a 15% tax though. If they realize what's in your box. I think sometimes they don't check or they don't care. Just depends on who's examining your package. And then you might just not get hit with taxes. But if they open up your box and they see that there are Japanese goods in there, they're going to hit you with a 15% tax. Yeah, I agree, Julie. 15% is way better than 400%. So my plan is I'm already at a position right now. So like I said earlier in the stream, I really want to buy a house. I'm trying my best to buy a house. I'm doing that as a collector, honestly. I'm doing that obviously for my family and for myself and for my equity. But the next big step for me as a collector is getting a house, because we all know the biggest hurdle in this hobby is space, and I am starting to run out of it. And I just want a house. I'm going to be starting a family soon, in the next year or two, and I want to raise my kids in a house. So I am only going to personally buy like 1, maybe 2 figures a month. And that should help me reduce a lot of the cost. If you feel like you're getting priced out of this hobby due to a 15% tariff tax, take a break. It's a hobby. First of all, I want to be real with you guys. We're all adults here, at least I think. Take a break. These figures aren't going anywhere. We've seen plenty Masterlies and other figures sit on the market, and frankly, it's probably good for you to wait. Namek Vegeta just started going down in price. Like I told a bunch of people, it's going to keep going down. Live stream is breaking up for me. It's lagging. Oh, no! Hold on. Are we back? Am I lagging or what? Am I lagging? Yeah, it's a freaking it's a YouTube problem. It cuts frequently. Is my audio cutting? It says it's not receiving enough video. What does that even mean? Still laggy? Hang on. Hold on. All right, it's not my internet. Sounds good? Am I okay? All right. I think it's a YouTube issue, guys. Sorry. Anyways. So real talk, right? If a 15% tax is going to price you out of the hobby, then take a break. Or really scale back how much you buy. Or get really particular about the types of figures that you buy. Maybe if Masterlies was your favorite, and you also collected Grandista and GX Materia or something, maybe now you're just like, okay, I'm just going to stick with Masterlies. So whenever they announce a Masterlies, I'll buy those, and then I'll wait until they announce more. You could always do that. At the end of the day, yes, this is a hobby. I know a lot of us love this hobby. It's one of the things that, brings a smile to our face outside of our responsibilities and stuff. But we're still adults. And, I'm not going to sit here and debate whether tariffs are good or bad for the country. We don't know enough about them. So I'm just going to let, it's out of my control. This stuff is totally out of our control. The most you can do is, vote in your primaries and stuff. If it's a congressional thing that you have an issue with, go vote at the appropriate time. Otherwise, just adjust your spending habits. And if it becomes so bad that like you can't afford it, you can always, like, I'm going to go look for other hobbies if that happens. For example, like if I can't get figures, I'm going to pause and be like, all right, time out. I'm going to take a break until things change. I'll go collect video games again because I've been trying to recollect old video games. So I think people just need to chill out, let things happen as they do. Use FedEx and UPS if you are going to import stuff, and, take it from there and be more selective. You don't have to collect everything, and maybe you could, I think this is a great excuse for me to save more money and put it towards like buying a house and stuff, like my figure budget. If my figure budget isn't enough to cover like the stuff that I want, then I'll be like, all right, well then I'll dedicate more of this money to other things. So yeah, Adrian, that's another good point. Adapt, buy more local. You can go and buy some local stuff too. Find people that are selling locally. Yeah, Julie, that's another good point. Like, I didn't want to be like, I'm just a very straight shooter. I'm not trying to be mean or like toxic, but frankly, if 15% taxes you out of this hobby, then you were probably like cutting it close in the first place. There's probably something that you were not really looking at in your budget. So, follow a budget, keep a budget, don't overspend, and make sure you have some like cushion money in case things go sideways. But yeah, that's what's happening with the tariffs. I don't think it's the end of the world. I think people need to just chill out and just look for alternatives. And yeah, or take a break. Let me look at Vegeta. Omnibus Cross Vegeta. Buying your Giant Goma today from Box Lunch feels good, man. Agreed. All right. Omnibus Cross Vegeta has been going down in price, by the way, guys. When he came out, he was 130, and then I think a week to 2 weeks later, he jumped up to like 175. Then like for like a month, he was $200. But now, where is he? Excuse me. Now you can find them for 170. And it's only been 3 months. It's only been 3 months since Omnibus Cross came out. So I'm using this as an example because a lot of these figures, when they come out, there's FOMO. Everybody wants to get it right then and there. They don't want to miss out. And so sellers are like, oh, wow, this is a hot item. I'm going to jack up the price so I can make as much money on this as I can because people are buying it. Oh, this guy sold it for 160. Okay, let me try 170. Sells. And then the next guy sees that and says, oh, he sold it for 170. I'm going to try 180. And then so on and so on until it caps. And then everyone who bought it early, they're done. And then the market settles and it comes down. We all agree that this Vegeta will be less than 150 by December. I think he's going to go down to 130. Probably by, if not 6 months, then 12 months on the market. So yeah, I don't think people, if you are in a position where I can't afford these figures anymore because of tariffs or whatever, then take a break. And probably in a year, this stuff is going to change, because the president is constantly, in talks and making deals with other countries to figure stuff out. So I doubt this is going to be permanent. If it is, then, we'll figure stuff out. You'll figure it out. Life goes on, right? Life goes on. So we will figure it out. And these figures will probably become cheaper as they sit on the market. So $200 in Canada. You're being very selective with what you buy. Yeah, but this Namek Vegeta is really good. I do still recommend him. But wait to buy him. He's going down in price. I told everybody this. No one listened to me. Everyone's like, no, you gotta buy him now. I'm like, all right. Honestly surprised that Omnibus Cross isn't getting a Western release considering how good the lineup is. Yeah. You got him for $85 as a pre-order? That's amazing. Yeah, Namek SSJ Goku for $200. Yeah, so that's the case. So yes, some figures after a year on the market, they'll go down or they'll stay whatever. The thing with the Super Saiyan Omnibus Brave Goku from Namek, he was cheap. He had an Ichibancho version that was $60 or $70. Really easy to go and buy. He sold out, and then once he sold out for his Ichibancho, you had to go onto the Japan market to buy him. And so, like, if anybody wanted him, his demand started to go up. So that's different. Vegeta is a Japanese exclusive item. So he has that, like, 1 year, it's like 1 to 2 year wait time where he's gonna be like go down. Yeah, see, Luna, Namek Vegeta's already 130 in Japan. Yeah, so this is just like, when you see these prices on eBay, they bake in the importing costs into the price because it looks better to see free shipping to a consumer. But yeah, but I would just say, be patient, guys. Don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. And if money becomes tight and you can't buy figures, don't go take out loans. Don't run credit cards and all that stupid shit. Don't like ruin your life to buy a toy. Like, really, don't do that. Save your money for something greater. Go start a family. Go touch grass. Like, all kidding aside, just relax. Everything's gonna be fine. And you know, just enjoy yourself. Have a good life. Have a good time. Dragon Ball will be there. There are figures sitting on the market that came out years ago that are still just fine. Like, plenty. So you'll find something, and then when the economy changes, you know, you'll have a different opportunity at the time. GX Materia Trunks, that's coming real soon. Illegally create a trade route for figures, hide from the feds. Shut up, Stardust. We are so due for a new Jiren. We only have the full power Masterlies. Yeah. There will be more Masterlies, guys. Don't doubt it. Don't doubt it. There will be more Masterlies. By the way, I also want to point this out real quick. The Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he is like one of the only figures in this set that has gone up. He started at like $50 on the market or something. Now he's 70. So if you don't have Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima, I highly recommend it. Should I invest $100,000 in figures or buy a Bitcoin now? I'm not giving you that financial advice. If you have $100,000, I would not invest it in toys. I'll say that much. I would go buy a house. BWFC Gogeta Blue or Ichiban Kuji Prize C Gogeta Blue. Depends if you have a larger Masterlies collection, the Prize C is better. But there's a lot of Prize C Gogeta Blues, so you got to be more specific. Talk about Omnibus Z. Am I sweeping for the orange? I didn't say it was a good or a bad thing. Like, I don't know enough about tariffs to say anything. I haven't seen my cost of living go down, so I don't know if it's taken effect yet. I don't know. I'll say things that the president has done that I like, and I'll say things the president has done that I dislike. I'm not a freaking like sheep. Like, I don't just like suck Trump's cock with whatever he does. Like, I'm pretty sure Biden did things that I was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Just didn't happen that often. AOC has said good things that I'm like, that's a good idea. Doesn't happen often, but yeah, politics are stupid. Everyone who's like being so like, I'm team this and I'm team that, like, you're both sides retarded. More topo figures, enough of WCF getting the premium. Well, you're the one who keeps sending me them, Stardust. You have to stop collecting. Your daughter's coming in November. Whoa! Congratulations. Glad you don't live in America. Feel sorry for all of you. I don't know, man. What country are you in? Where's PyCon, though? I don't know. Can you even buy a house for $100K nowadays? Yeah. If you have like $20,000, you can put a down payment on a decent house. Like, maybe not in California, but who the fuck wants to live in California? Masterlees has been on a generational run for Ichiban Kuji. Almost every Kuji has been a Masterlees. Yeah, for the longest time. Like, it was nothing but Masterlees. So, it was last year, right? Last year is when they finally started breaking it up. And they're like, all right, let's change it up. Surface is Japan Post, right, Matt? Yeah. You do not use surface shipping. I don't think they're letting you anymore. Do not use surface shipping. FedEx and UPS. FedEx, if you're in the United States, use FedEx and UPS. Team sports are cancer. I agree. It's just like when people are like, Daima or GT? Choose. I'm like, both. I love Dragon Ball. It's just like, Donald Trump or Joe Biden? I'm just like, America. America. You think the recent Dragon Ball Kuji with the big Dragon Ball sign, last one prize, will go down in price? Yeah. It will. I've seen some of the prices go up, but we're still in the same month of release. If you want prices on any Ichiban Kuji to go down, wait at least 6 months. Don't look at it. Don't check on it. Wait 6 months and then go look. Most of the time, you're going to find cheaper prices. Shut up, Stardust. New Naruto and Demon Slayer Masterlease Kuji news just dropped. Yeah. Hey, let's look at those. God bless America. 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 Fuck yeah. So lick my dick and suck on my balls. All right. They don't have any pictures though. It's just this one. But it looks cool. Obviously, Jiraiya's reusing the body of the first one, and they just changed his head. And I do like that they added the toads, though. So, yeah, looks cool. And then they finally revealed, like, I don't know why Bandai does this, where they're just like, let's just wait until the month of, and then we'll show the figures. Like, they just did that with Demon Slayer. They did that with Omnibus Cross too. We didn't see the Daima figures until like the month it was coming out. Zenitsu. Bro, I don't even remember this demon. I haven't read Demon Slayer in so long. I don't even remember him. And yeah, this is his what's his name? It's the one that killed Rengoku, but his human form. You used EMS right before the tariffs hit, so you didn't get hit with crazy charges? Yeah, EMS is like dead now for the US. God bless my ballsack for not contracting AIDS from these tariffs. Lying. When is the next Ichiban line coming out? You mean for Dragon Ball? I don't know. Let me call Bandai. Hang on 1 second. Ah, yes. Bandai? The Bandai? Mr. Bandai? Hello. President Bandai. DigiHouse wants to know when the next Dragon Ball Ichiban Kuji will be revealed. Oh. Understood. Okay. Alright, they said lick my balls. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're starting to get some January announcements. Dragon Ball rarely shows up in January for Ichiban Kuji. Yeah, Mr. Bandai says that a lot, Julie. Oh, yeah, Stardust, for sure. Bandai contacts me from the future all the time. Shut up, Stardust. Do I think Android 17 and 18 SH Figure Arts CC exclusive figures will further appreciate in value? You bought them sealed for $400. I don't really know too much about the SH Figure Arts market, so I don't really know how to answer that. And frankly, like, when I see certain figures appreciate in value, it's really hard for me to predict what's going to happen. I think the figures that appreciate in value are of characters that we don't see very often, like Majin Buu or Janemba, Turles, stuff like that. Like, if it's a character that has, like, no figures, it's probably going to become expensive. Like, Oolong and Puar from this year's Masterlies set, they're the most expensive ones in that whole set. What was my first Masterlies figure? It was the Super Saiyan Blue Goku from the 20th film, Kuji. John Bandai. You should be receiving the new Assemble set today. Oh, awesome, dude. Mine should be here. All of the July and August figures, besides Super Saiyan Grandista Gogeta, should be here for me by, like, the end of the week. So we'll see. We'll see if I get hit with taxes or tariffs. Am I collecting all the SHF ever released too? I gave up on SHF, man. I try to recollect them again and give them another chance. I wasn't having fun. I was actually getting really frustrated trying to record them. So it's just not my thing. I have a ton of respect for that, series of figures. I find that the SHF community, not saying anybody in here is, but I find a lot of the interactions I did have with the SHF community was very toxic. So just the whole experience was, like, bad. So I'm just sticking to what I like. And like, my channel is not supposed to be like Markiplier or PewDiePie or anything. Like, it's just a fun hobby channel on the side. I have a full-time job and a real career outside of YouTube that I'm 100% happy with and still striving in, so. If anything, they'll eventually go down once new updated iterations come out. Are you talking about, like, figures? Do not try to collect every figure arts. God, no. Oh, my boy Doug has collected pretty much all of them. That dude's collection is amazing. Check out Drabba's Doug on Instagram. His SHF videos are so entertaining and so fun, but his collection is massive. I think he's, like, missing, like, 6 out of all of them. Yeah. Platinum Luster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Black Luster Soldier, Envoy of the End. There's, like, over 200 of them. Yeah, I think there's like more SHF figures than Masterlies. They announced Ichiban Kuji Dragon Ball 40th Part 2. I know, Danny. We actually covered it, like, 3 weeks ago, if you look at my channel. You're talking about SH Figure Arts? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see most... I think the only SH Figure Arts I've seen go up in price are, like, Comic-Con exclusive ones. like special edition Comic-Con, that sort of stuff. I got the new Comic-Con ones, the Gohan Beast, the Piccolo, and the Vegeta, and then I didn't even open Vegeta. I just sold him. He's big though. I was impressed with the box. What's up, Justin? Yeah. But yeah, I'm really excited for a lot of these. I just think if you're still collecting Crane figures, like there's just so much variety and the quality is really good now and pretty consistent. Like you can make some really cool diorama shelves or just like display shelves between your Dragon Ball figures and Masterlies and Grandista that could look really cool. Like I might mix them up together. I have kind of. I got the new Arise Piccolo and I put him on my Cell Saga shelf because he's actually, and I think I argued with someone on my Discord server thinking that he would not scale, but I think I'm wrong. He scales pretty well with Masterlies. So I'll have a review for him eventually. And I have the Arise symbol on my Piccolo shelf, and he looks amazing on it. And I think I have the Arise Semi-Perfect Cell on my Cell shelf now, because I like him a little bit better than the Masterlies. And then the Arise Exploding Cell is definitely better than the Kuji. He's just way too expensive. What I think of the new Berserk Kuji, I don't like Berserk. Or it's not that I dislike Berserk. I'm not interested. Love statues. Just wish they had better packaging and QC like SHF. I think the packaging is pretty good for most figures. Diamond ones aren't good, and it's a crime that Pansy got SHF before Masterlies. Well, SHF is bigger than Masterlies. Damn, this song's loud as hell. But yeah, I think if you mix up some of your figures, it could look cool. But I might just like keep series together as I get a little bit more shelf space for the rest of the year. Definitely when I get a house, I'm just gonna get like a ton of Magic cases and just plaster them everywhere in the room. So, would love a video from me showing which Arise figures scale with Masterlies. I don't know how well that would do as a video. So what I would do if I were you, Adrian, is I would watch specific like reviews of those figures and see who I compare them with, because I try to do as much of a good job of showing them like compared to similar figures from different series, and then I also try to like show like, hey, it goes good with this or whatever. It's a good price for the Super Master Stars piece Daimatsuri. Yeah, like less than 150. He's going up in price though, so I would get him sooner rather than later. But yeah, if you like Crane figures, things are looking good. If you're just a Masterlies collector, just keep in mind that it's probably going to slow down. You're still going to get Masterlies figures. It's just not going to be like super fast. Video battles like a Rise version versus Masterlies, I don't think that's going to do very well. Like, I don't want to spend hours making a video for it to get like 500 views, you know? So, I'm trying to really respect my time. I'll talk to you later about this in the Discord, but I'll just ask now, are you going to complete the rest of the Manga Dimension figures? Yes. I'm going to get every Master Stars piece, every Master Stars diorama, every Super Master Stars piece, every Grandista. Yeah, it's a good way to look at it, Justin. Like, if a figure looks cool, get it. I'm a little bit of a completionist, so like Matchmakers, Clear Eyes, Blood of Saiyans, GX Materia, like I want, there's certain series that I'm like, yes, I want a complete set of the whole series. Like Arise, I'm not going to do a complete set of the whole series because there's like the monochrome ones that are like tens of thousands of dollars. And then there's like alternate colors of certain characters. I'm like, nah, I just need one. Like one color of King Piccolo, one color of Cell. I don't need two different colors. Masterlies, I'll do that. I don't care. Masterlies, it's fun because it's my favorite. But all right. I think that's about it, y'all. Unless there's anything else you want to talk about. But yeah, you can see right here. That's the Arise Piccolo. Looks pretty good. No, not that one. I didn't say that, Stardust. I said every Master Stars piece, every Master Stars diorama, every Grandista. It's a nice shirt. Custom, or where's it from? I got it on TeePublic. They have a lot of custom shirt designs. I have one of Z Broly and DBS Broly. TeePublic. T-E-E Public. There's like this weird filter on my freaking camera now, and I don't know, like... Or is it? Let me see if I can fix this. I can't figure it out. Is there a filter on this? Oh. Ah! I fixed it! Look at all these filters. Whoa! Chat. The Trump tariffs are coming, chat. Oh, man. All right, take that off. That's enough of that. Ghosta. I am the box ghost. Beware. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us about this. Much love and respect. I appreciate that, man. What's up, Jay? Hey, look, Jay's here. Jay, for you. Look. Furiza. All right. I think that's about it, guys. I'm going to go... Oh, by the way, I got... See these boxes? These are all Barbies from, like, the 90s. So Taylor went to her mom's house last weekend for her birthday, and then she had a bunch of old vintage Barbies in the attic, and she thought they were all worth like $10,000 or something, and they're all like $30 each. So if you guys want to buy old Barbies, I have them on my eBay page. Go buy them. Oh, you got the Masterlies Dio? That's cool. I look like Papa Smurf? Thanks, bro. Yeah. So I'm probably going to... Yeah, I'm going to go and make some videos and play some Pokemon. I'm very close to completing the Pokedex in Pokemon Yellow. Just need a couple Pokemon from Red and Blue. Taylor's been playing Blue. I've been playing Red. And then after I finish that, maybe I'll... Listen, if the hobby dies because of tariffs, I'm just going to stream video games. Barbie video soon? Subscribe and find out. Yeah. All right, y'all. Appreciate you hanging out, talking to me about this stuff.